many of you has a friend who doesn't judge people? Okay. How many of you has a friend who's always nice to others and would help them no matter how big the compromise? Okay, last thing. How many of you has a friend who always assumes goodness in people? Fellow Toastmasters and honorable guests, I am all of this. Well, to be honest and sincere, I was all of these things. I didn't judge people. I always assumed goodness in people. And I was extra nice and super helpful, no matter how big the compromise. No matter how big the compromise. I'll let that echo in your head for a second. Imagine that wonderful combination of qualities in a friend who's completely naive and who trusts people easily. I was that person. And let me share a story for this. A few years ago, when I was in California, I had an amazing group of friends. We had each other's backs throughout everything. One of my closest friends, Jonny, was in our group since day one, since freshman year. And Jonny was on college financial aid. He wasn't the most responsible and hardworking student, and he had to work extra working hours, part-time jobs, just to survive his financial situation. He didn't really have the option to spend spring break in Vegas or visit Times Square in New York. I, on the other hand, to several people, I was the filthy rich Saudi student and privileged. Well, I was privileged. I had a scholarship and I was receiving a stipend once every month just for being a student. And he didn't have that option. I wasn't filthy rich though. So one day, Jonny sat with me and he was expressing his deepest feeling about his dream to go on a cruise with his girlfriend. But for Saudi's sake, I'll call her his fiancée. And I know that Jonny wouldn't have accepted the cruise as a generous gift from me, but there was another way to help Jonny. Our scholarship offered a service for us students to pay for tutors that we hire in case we needed extra help in our courses. So I wanted to hit two birds in one stone, with one stone. So what I did is that I made an agreement with Jonny. I told him, since we're taking the same math class, if we just go to the same study sessions, I'll contact my scholarship and we'll sign you up as my tutor. So, two birds with one stone. Jonny gets paid and I give him an incentive to study. I threw my ethics down the drain. Fast forward to the end of the semester. Jonny got his $700. But do you guys think that he actually attended the study sessions? No. Not even one. So basically, I gave him the $700. He went on his lovely cruise, and throughout the whole time, I sit there feeling cheated and betrayed. So I go to Jonny. Jonny, I know we've been friends for a long time now, and honestly, this is not fair, and I wouldn't accept this on you. It's not right to accept the $700 without spending 1 hour studying. So here's the deal. Consider the $700 as a loan, and you have 5 months to pay me back. I never imagined myself to go after a person to get money back, but I felt betrayed at that moment. And I wanted to prove that Jonny is worthy of my trust. 5 months went by, 8 months, 1 year, it's almost close to graduation, and Jonny didn't pay me back. He even tried to completely avoid me, and he started distancing himself from me. In other words, he unfriended me in real life. And I admit, I was naive, and I threw away my principles, and I was very deceiving. And what? Was it worth it? What for? No, it was not. But I made it worth it. Never again will I give my trust away for free. And never again will I let go of my values. I lost a friend, but I learned my lesson. Thank you.